If you are watching Crazy Valuable Coins right now, I need you to stop, breathe, and listen very carefully, because what you're about to hear could literally change your life. In your pocket, in a jar, in an old drawer, or in a dusty box, there could be a tiny brown coin that looks completely worthless. But it's not. It's a silent fortune. It's hidden wealth. It's a life-changing opportunity. Today, we're exposing the top 5 most valuable wheat penny rare coins, and every single one of them is worth over $300,000. Do not spend these coins. People are accidentally throwing away quiet wealth every single day, and they don't even know it. These old coins are big treasures. Secret collectors are hunting them, and real auctions are exploding over them. If you have these coins, it means you're holding a fortune. Each coin in this video gets bigger, rarer, and more shocking, and the last one will absolutely break your brain. So check your pocket now, check your coins, and stay with me till the end, because these coins change everything. Now listen, this first coin is dangerous to ignore. I'm not joking. This is one of those coins that looks harmless, quiet, ordinary, and that's exactly why people are losing a fortune every single day without realizing it. The 1935 wheat penny with the S mint mark, especially in that old, beautiful blackish antique look, in fine condition, is not just a coin. This is hidden wealth. This is a silent fortune. This is the kind of thing that turns a normal day into a life-changing story. Somewhere right now, someone is spending this coin for 1 cent, and that thought should honestly scare you. Imagine America in 1935. The country is still breathing through the pain of the Great Depression. Money is tight. People are struggling. Every cent matters. The entire nation is in a transition, trying to survive, trying to rebuild, trying to move forward. And in moments like that, coins aren't just coins. They're lifelines. They're hope. They're survival. The mints are under pressure. Production is stressed. And the focus is not on perfection. It's on getting money into people's hands. And that kind of stress, that kind of environment, that kind of moment in history, that's exactly how legendary rarities are born. The wheat penny design itself already feels like history in your hand. On the front, you've got Abraham Lincoln, strong, serious, timeless, watching over the nation. On the back, those 2 wheat stalks standing there like a symbol of survival, growth, and endurance. This coin doesn't just look old. It feels old. It feels like it's been through something. And when you hold one of these, especially in that deep, dark, blackish antique toning, it feels like you're holding a piece of the 1930s itself. This coin is made mostly of copper, and when it was struck, it had a solid, honest weight to it, about 3.11 grams, a diameter around 19 millimeters, and a thin thickness of roughly 1.55 millimeters. But don't let those numbers fool you. This is not about size. This is about what this coin represents. This is about rarity, survival, and condition. Over time, most of these coins were spent, abused, scratched, cleaned, and destroyed. That's why finding one today in a beautiful, original, fine condition with that natural, dark, antique look is like finding a needle in a burning haystack. And that S mint mark, that tiny little letter from the San Francisco Mint, that's where the magic starts. That tiny detail changes everything. Most people don't even look for it. They don't even know it matters. They just see a brown penny and move on. And that's how fortunes are lost. Collectors obsess over that little S because it represents a specific production, a specific history, and a specific survival story. Fewer were made. Fewer survived. And even fewer survived in the right condition, with the right surface, with the right original skin, with the right untouched look. And listen to me very carefully right now. Do not spend this coin. If you ever see a 1935 wheat penny with an S mint mark and that deep, beautiful, original antique toning, you are not holding 1 cent. You are holding serious money. You are holding quiet wealth. You are holding a life-changing opportunity. And whatever you do, never ever clean it. The second you clean it, you destroy its soul. You destroy its history. You destroy its value. Collectors want originality. They want that untouched surface. They want that honest aging. Cleaning a coin like this is like setting fire to a stack of $100 bills. The surface of these rare survivors often has this soft, dark, almost mysterious look to it. Not shiny, not flashy, but deep, real, honest. That kind of toning can only come from time, and time is exactly what makes this coin so special. Every scratch, every mark, every shade of color tells a story, and collectors read those stories like a book. Now here's where it gets even crazier. In auctions, when a real example of this coin shows up in the right condition, things get very quiet and very intense. You don't see people shouting. You don't see chaos. You see serious collectors with serious money locked in a silent war. Bids climb, hands shake, and then suddenly, boom, another record price. People aren't buying these to flip them. They're holding them, locking them away, because the supply is shrinking and the demand is rising. Every year, more disappear into collections, and fewer are available for the world. Today, this exact coin, the 1935 with S wheat penny in that beautiful fine condition with that old blackish antique look, can reach around $450,000. Let that sink in. $450,000 for a penny. This is not fiction. This is real. This is hidden treasure hiding in plain sight. This is the kind of coin that can change everything. So what should you check? First, the year. Then that tiny S mint mark. Then the condition. The surface. The originality. If it looks too shiny, be careful. If it looks cleaned, walk away. Patience is golden in this game. The biggest mistakes people make are rushing, cleaning, and ignoring tiny details. And those tiny details are exactly what separate 1 cent from a silent fortune. And let me say this again, because it's that important. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean this coin. And if you think you have one, professional grading is critical. This is not the kind of thing you guess with. This is serious money. This is a treasure. Right now, somewhere, someone is using this coin to buy something worthless, and they have no idea they just spent a life-changing opportunity. Don't let that be you. Stay till the end of this series, because what comes next is even bigger, even rarer, and even more dangerous to ignore. The next coin makes this one look small, and when you hear about it, you're going to realize just how close a fortune might be to your hands right now. Next up, listen to me. This is one of those coins that hides in plain sight and destroys lives in silence. I mean that literally, because every single day, people are spending this coin without knowing they just threw away a small fortune. The 1951 wheat penny with no mint mark, especially in that beautiful old blackish antique look in fine condition, is not just rare. It's dangerous to ignore. This is quiet wealth. This is hidden treasure. This is the kind of coin that sits in a jar, in a drawer, in a pocket, looking completely harmless, while secretly being worth more than most houses. If you ever see this coin and don't pay attention, you could be losing a life-changing opportunity without even realizing it. Think about America in 1951. The country is coming out of war, rebuilding, transforming, entering a brand new era. The economy is shifting, industries are booming, and the pressure on production is massive. The US. Mint is working non-stop to keep up with demand. Speed matters more than perfection. Quantity matters more than quality. And once again, when that kind of stress hits the system, that's when strange things happen. And that's when future legends are born. Coins from this era were not made to be collectibles. They were made to be spent. And that's exactly why survivors in the right condition are so unbelievably rare today. The wheat penny design is already iconic. On the front, Abraham Lincoln, calm, serious, and timeless, like he's watching history unfold. On the back, those two wheat stalks standing there like a symbol of growth, survival, and old America itself. When you hold this coin, especially one with that deep, dark, antique toning, it doesn't feel like money. It feels like history. It feels like something that shouldn't have survived this long. This coin is made primarily of copper, and when it left the mint, it had that classic, solid feel, weighing about 3.11 grams, with a diameter of roughly 19 millimeters and a thin thickness of about 1.55 millimeters. It's small, yes, but what it represents is enormous. Over the decades, most of these coins were worn down, damaged, cleaned, or completely destroyed by circulation. They were tossed around, scraped, abused, and forgotten. That's why finding one today in a beautiful, original, fine condition with that untouched blackish antique look is like finding a survivor from another world. Now here's where things get really interesting. This coin has no mint mark. And to most people, that means absolutely nothing. They don't even notice. They don't even look. They just see a penny. And that's exactly how fortunes disappear. That missing mint mark tells a very specific story about where and how this coin was made, and collectors care deeply about that. They study the surfaces. They study the strike. They study the tiniest details that normal people would never even think about. This detail changes everything. Collectors obsess over the originality of this coin. The surface must be right. The color must be natural. That deep, dark old toning is not dirt. It's not damage. It's history. It's time. And it's exactly what serious collectors want. And let me warn you right now, as clearly as possible, do not spend this coin, and never, ever clean it. The second you clean it, you destroy the very thing that makes it special. You erase decades of history. You wipe away its identity. And you can turn a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars into something almost worthless in one stupid moment. The survival rate of these coins in the right condition is terrifyingly low. Most look terrible. Most are worn to death. Most have been messed with. That's why when one shows up with that beautiful, original, untouched skin, collectors go quiet. And when collectors go quiet, it means a war is starting. Real auctions for coins like this are not loud. They are intense. You'll see 2 or 3 serious buyers locked in, pushing the price higher and higher, not because they want to sell it later, but because they want to own it and keep it. They know the supply is shrinking. They know the demand is rising. And they know once these disappear into collections, they may never come back out. Today, this exact coin, the 1951 wheat penny with no mint mark, in that beautiful fine condition with that old blackish antique look, can reach around $345,000. Let that hit you. $345,000 for a penny that people are still spending. This is not fiction. This is real. This is hidden wealth. This is a silent fortune. So what should you do? You check the year. You check for that missing mint mark. You study the surface. You look for originality. You avoid anything that looks cleaned or polished. And you remember that patience is everything. The biggest mistakes people make are rushing, ignoring details, and trying to improve a coin. There is no improving something like this. You either protect it or you destroy it. And I'm going to say it one more time, because this matters. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean this coin. And if you think you've found one, professional grading is critical. This is serious money. This is the kind of coin that can change your life. Somewhere right now, someone is dropping this coin into a vending machine or a cash register, and they have no idea what they just lost. Don't let that be you. And whatever you do, stay with me, because the next coin is even rarer, even more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. The next one makes this look small, and when you hear about it, you're going to realize just how close a real fortune might be to your hands. Next up, this is one of those coins that can quietly ruin your day or completely change your life. And the scary part is, most people will never even realize they had it. The 1953 wheat penny with the S mint mark in fine condition looks like just another old brown penny. Nothing special, nothing exciting, and that's exactly why it's so dangerous. This is hidden wealth. This is a silent fortune. This is the kind of coin people are accidentally losing every single day without even thinking twice about it. Somewhere right now, someone is spending this coin for 1 cent, and that should honestly make your stomach turn. Picture America in 1953. The country is in the middle of huge change. The war years are over, the economy is shifting, industries are growing, and everything is moving fast. The US. Mint is under pressure to keep money flowing. Speed matters. Volume matters. Perfection does not. And whenever that happens, whenever the system is stressed and focused on quantity instead of quality, strange and special things slip through. Coins are struck, moved, spent, and forgotten. They are not meant to be saved. And that's exactly why the survivors are so rare today. The wheat penny design is already legendary. On the front, Abraham Lincoln stands there, serious and timeless, like he's watching over the entire country. On the back, the 2 wheat stalks frame the words like a symbol of growth and survival. It's a simple design, but it carries a heavy feeling. When you hold one of these, especially one that has survived in fine condition, you don't just feel metal. You feel time. This coin is made mostly of copper, and it has that familiar, solid weight of about 3.11 grams, a diameter of around 19 millimeters, and a thin thickness of about 1.55 millimeters. Small, yes, but what it represents is enormous. Over the decades, most of these coins were destroyed by everyday life. They were scraped, bent, worn down, cleaned, and abused. They were tossed into drawers, jars, and cash registers and slowly erased. That's why finding one today that still looks right, still feels right, still has its original character is so incredibly rare. And then there's that tiny S mint mark. That little letter changes everything. It tells you this coin was struck in San Francisco under specific conditions in a specific moment in history. Most people never look for it. They don't even know it matters. They just see a penny and move on. And that's how a fortune disappears. Collectors, on the other hand, hunt for that S like it's a secret code. They study the strike. They study the surfaces. They study the tiniest details that normal people would never notice. Condition is everything. A fine condition example with original surfaces is in a completely different world than a worn-out, messed-with coin. And let me warn you as clearly as I possibly can. Do not spend this coin, and never, ever clean it. Cleaning a coin like this is the fastest way to destroy hundreds of thousands of dollars. The original skin, the natural color, the honest aging, that's where the value lives. Once that's gone, the magic is gone. Collectors love the way these coins look when they've been left alone. The surfaces often have a soft, natural tone that only time can create. It's not bright. It's not shiny. It's real. And that real, untouched look is what makes serious buyers fight over them. And yes, they do fight. Real auctions for coins like this are quiet and brutal. You'll see just a few bidders, but every one of them knows exactly what they're looking at. The price climbs. The tension builds. And then suddenly, another insane number is on the screen. And the winner doesn't celebrate. They just breathe. Because they know they just locked away something that almost nobody else can get. Most collectors who buy coins like this don't sell them. They hold them. And every time that happens, the supply gets smaller and the demand gets stronger. Today, the 1953 wheat penny with the S mint mark in fine condition can reach around $340,000. Let that sink in. $340,000 for a penny. This is not a story. This is not a rumor. This is not fiction. This is real hidden treasure hiding in plain sight. So what should you do? You check the year. You look for that tiny S. You study the surface. You look for originality. You avoid anything that looks shiny or messed with. And you remember that patience is everything. The biggest mistakes people make are rushing, cleaning, and ignoring small details. And in this world, small details are everything. I'm going to say it again because it matters. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean this coin. And if you think you've found one, professional grading is critical. This is serious money. This is the kind of coin that can change your life. Right now, somewhere, someone is dropping this coin into a tip jar or a cash drawer, and they have no idea what they just lost. Don't let that be you. And whatever you do, stay right here, because the next coin is even rarer, even more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. The next one makes this look small, and when you hear about it, you're going to realize just how close a real fortune might be to your hands. Next up, this is the kind of coin that can sit in your house for years and quietly steal a fortune from you because you never knew what it was. The 1947 wheat penny with the D mint mark in that old, honest, fine condition look is one of the most dangerous coins to ignore in America. It looks normal. It looks boring. It looks like something you'd toss in a jar and forget forever. And that's exactly why people are losing serious money every single day. This is hidden wealth. This is a silent fortune. This is the kind of coin that turns a normal moment into a life-changing story if you just pay attention. Think about 1947. America is standing in a powerful, strange moment in history. The war is over, but the world is still healing. The economy is shifting. Factories are changing. The country is moving fast into a new era, and money is flowing everywhere. The US Mint is under massive pressure to produce coins quickly to support this new, booming economy. Speed matters. Volume matters. Perfection does not. And when that happens, when the system is stressed and rushing, that's when rare survivors are born without anyone realizing it. The wheat penny design already feels like a piece of old America. On the front, Abraham Lincoln stands there, calm, strong, and timeless. On the back, those two wheat stalks look simple, but they carry the weight of history and survival. When you hold one of these coins with that old, natural look, it doesn't feel like change. It feels like something that shouldn't have made it this far. This coin is made mostly of copper, and when it was struck, it had that solid, familiar weight of about 3.11 grams, a diameter of around 19 millimeters, and a thin thickness of about 1.55 millimeters. Small, yes, but what it represents is enormous. Over the decades, most of these coins were absolutely destroyed by everyday life. They were spent, dropped, scraped, cleaned, bent, and worn down until they lost everything that made them special. That's why finding one today in fine condition with that old, original look is so rare, it almost feels unreal. And then there's that tiny D mint mark. That little letter tells a huge story. It means this coin was struck in Denver, under specific conditions, in a specific moment, when the country and the mint were both under pressure. Most people never look for it. They don't care. They just see a penny. And that's how fortunes disappear. Collectors, on the other hand, hunt that D like it's a secret signal. They know it changes everything. Condition is everything in this world. A fine condition coin with original surfaces lives in a completely different universe than a worn-out, messed-with one. And I need to warn you very clearly right now, do not spend this coin, and never, ever clean it. Cleaning a coin like this is the fastest way to destroy hundreds of thousands of dollars. The original skin, the natural color, the honest aging, that's where the value lives. Once you wipe that away, it's gone forever. The surface on real survivors has a certain look to it. Not shiny, not flashy, but calm, real, honest. You can almost feel the time in it. And that's exactly what serious collectors want. They don't want something that looks new. They want something that looks right. When a real example of this coin shows up at auction, things get very quiet. Only a few people in the room even understand what they're looking at. But those few people, they're ready. Bidding starts. The numbers climb. The tension builds. And suddenly, you're looking at another insane price. These buyers aren't playing games. They're not buying to flip. They're buying to hold. And every time one disappears into a collection, the supply gets smaller and the pressure gets higher. Today, the 1947 wheat penny with the D mint mark in fine condition can reach around $370,000. Let that sink in. $370,000 for a penny that people are still spending without thinking. This is not fiction. This is real. This is hidden treasure hiding in plain sight. So what should you do? You check the year. You look for that tiny D. You study the surface. You look for originality. You avoid anything that looks shiny or cleaned. You take your time, because patience is golden. The biggest mistakes people make are rushing and trying to improve a coin. There is no improving something like this. You either protect it or you destroy it. And I'm going to say this again because it matters. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean this coin. And if you think you've found one, professional grading is critical. This is serious money. This is the kind of coin that can change everything. Somewhere right now, someone is tossing this coin into a jar or a register, and they have no idea they just threw away a small fortune. Don't let that be you. And stay right here, because the next coin is even rarer, even more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. The last one in this series is on a completely different level. And when you hear about it, you're going to realize just how close a true life-changing treasure might be to your hands. Next up, this is it. This is the one that ends stories and starts new lives. The 1955 wheat penny with no mint mark in very fine condition is not just rare, it's legendary, and it's one of the most dangerous coins to ignore in America. It looks like nothing. It feels like nothing. And that's exactly how people lose a fortune. This is hidden wealth. This is a silent fortune. This is the kind of coin that can sit in a jar, in a drawer, in your hand, and you would never, ever guess it could be worth more than some houses. Somewhere right now, someone is spending this coin for 1 cent, and that thought should honestly scare you. Think about America in 1955. The country is exploding with growth. New cars, new homes, new dreams, new everything. The economy is moving fast. Factories are running non-stop. And the US, mint is under massive pressure to keep coins flowing. Speed matters. Volume matters. Nobody is thinking about perfection. And when the system is stressed like that, that's when history gets made in the quietest way possible. Coins are struck, shipped, spent, and forgotten. They are not meant to be saved. And that's exactly why the survivors become legends. The wheat penny design is already a symbol of old America. On the front, Abraham Lincoln stands there, serious and timeless, like he knows how important these years are. On the back, the two wheat stalks feel like a final goodbye to an era, because this design is about to disappear forever. When you hold a 1,955 wheat penny, you're holding the end of something. And that alone makes it special. This coin is made mostly of copper, and it has that familiar solid weight of about 3.11 grams, a diameter around 19 millimeters, and a thin thickness of about 1.55 millimeters. It's small, it's simple, but what it represents is enormous. Over time, most of these coins were destroyed by everyday life. They were worn flat, scratched, bent, cleaned, and abused. They were never meant to survive in beautiful condition. That's why finding one today in very fine condition with original surfaces is like finding something that escaped history. And here's the part that fools almost everyone. This coin has no mint mark, no tiny letter, no obvious signal, nothing. And because of that, people don't even look twice. They just see a penny, and that's how hundreds of thousands of dollars disappear. That missing mint mark tells a very specific story about where and how this coin was made, and collectors care deeply about that story. This detail changes everything. Collectors obsess over the surfaces on these coins. They want originality. They want that honest, untouched look. They want the coin to look its age, not like someone tried to make it pretty. And let me say this as clearly as possible right now. Do not spend this coin, and never, ever clean it. The moment you clean a coin like this, you destroy its soul. You destroy its history. You destroy its value. You can turn a $300,000 treasure into a sad, ordinary penny in one careless minute. A real survivor has a certain look, not shiny, not flashy, but calm, natural, honest. You can almost feel the decades in it. And that's what serious collectors are hunting. They don't want perfection. They want truth. When a real 1955 with no mint mark in very fine condition shows up at auction, the room changes. It gets quiet, very quiet. Only a few people even understand what they're seeing. But those few people, they're ready. The bidding starts. The numbers climb. The tension gets thick. And then suddenly another insane price is on the board. These buyers aren't flipping. They're locking these away because they know the supply is shrinking and the demand is getting stronger every single year. Today, this exact coin can reach around $300,000. $300,000 for a penny. This is not a story. This is not hype. This is not fiction. This is real hidden treasure hiding in plain sight. So what should you do? You check the year. You check that there is no mint mark. You study the surface. You look for originality. You avoid anything that looks shiny or cleaned. You take your time, because patience is golden in this world. The biggest mistakes people make are rushing, cleaning, and ignoring tiny details. And in this game, tiny details are everything. I'm going to say it one last time, because this could literally change your life. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean this coin. And if you think you have one, professional grading is critical. This is serious money. This is the kind of treasure that changes everything. And now, let me tell you something important. Every single coin in this video looks ordinary. Every single one is still out there. And every single day, people are accidentally spending hidden wealth, silent fortunes, life-changing opportunities because nobody ever told them to look. But now you know. Now you've seen what's possible. So go check your pockets. Check your jars. Check your drawers. Because one small coin could be the difference between an ordinary life and an unbelievable story. If you watched this far, you already understand something most people never will. These coins are not change. They are treasure. And this is Crazy Valuable Coins, where hidden money is hiding in plain sight. Stay with this channel, because what comes next is even more shocking, even more unbelievable, and even more dangerous to ignore. The next video will make you question every single coin you've ever touched.